Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Inside Line Racing, and welcome to ILRGT. This is GT Sports. The Super Formula category is racing this season, and for the very first time, Tier 2 is being broadcasted, which is very, very exciting. I am super pumped. I hope you're all super pumped for the season ahead. This is the opening round of the season, and we are at the Super Formula part, and we are Dragon Trail, the Seaside version, set on a hillside. It's a 5-kilometer circuit set in Croatia that is located along the seaside. There's a triangular shaped track and has hidden depths to it. I am Jess, and I'm a reserve commentator for ILRGT this season, if any of the ILRGT commentators can't make it, and I'm needed tonight because this season, this tier will be commentated by the legend himself, Evil Dragon. But his internet decided to not play ball. It decided to die on him, so he's not with us. So you got me. I hope you're able to cope with me. Fingers crossed anyway. And hopefully Evil Dragon's internet will be back next week. So keeping our fingers crossed for that. So we have got a variety of different drivers today. I'm using the keyboard today, which I am super happy about. Which means I can see all the beautiful cameras, I control the replays and stuff, so should be good. So, we've got some really quick drivers. A few people I've commentated on before. There's actually quite a few in this lobby that I've actually raced before. Quite a few actually. But we'll go through the drivers. Currently on pole is Blizzard. Well, if you don't know Blizzard, then what is the world come to? Because he's also known as VSR Blizzard, of course. You can't change your names in GT Sport, unfortunately, but he is mega quick. He is like a dream, and I think he's on a pad, so that's going to be a shot. He is in the cannon right now, and he's currently set provisional pole time. In P2 at the moment, in the nice Ferrari themed livery, but it's not Ferrari themed livery, if that makes sense, is Schumacher, who's currently P2, 4 tenths slower, or no, 3 tenths slower, behind Blizzard. And we've got Rinky Morris. Now that is a livery that I really like. Oh, and he's gone off into a central reservation there, and he's gone a bit wide there, so yeah, won't be following him, but he's got a Morris style livery, which I absolutely love. P4 at the moment, also racing, you may have seen him in the pre-season race, Ben Gallagher. He's got a Irish type livery, which I think is pretty cool. I love it. It's, you know, it's nice to have representation from the Irish today. And we have Scott in, I can't really tell what type of livery it is, but Scott has raced in ILR as well. Ben Gallagher's racing ILR, is racing ILR F1, so it's Rinky and Schumacher and Blizzard and Scott. Most people do actually, there's quite a few that don't. Then we have Super Guy NL, also in the Ferrari themed livery as well, the same as Schumacher. So I'm guessing, as far as I'm right, they are teammates. And we got Renegade in 7th place. Nice livery as well here. And the times are pretty close already, so we'll just have to find out. And we've got Janul in 8th, who is in a really cool livery as well, similar to what Ben is running, except it's not Ferrari, not Ferrari, Irish themed. Why did I say it's Ferrari themed? I don't know. So yeah, as they're doing kind of some racing now, but it's just practice and qualifying. We've got Ollie in the Monster Energy themed livery. Wow, I love that. That's kind of like Mercedes themed, and I love it. It's pretty cool. And one name that I am familiar with. I am always someone's going to the wall again. We have got Y Racer, and why did it not let me go to the next person? I don't know. But anyway, we've got Y Racer in 11th. I have commentated him last season in ILR4. And we got MK Bourne. I haven't commentated on him before, but he's really fast. He's representing ILRT this season. And we've got Bazza Now, Bazza, I raced with him on a Thursday night, so it's weird commentating on him instead of racing with him, but it is nice anyway. And we have got, Ollie is in the pits, and I'm trying to find, oh, there we go. We've got Pete, who I've also raced with in ILR F1 on the Thursday night as well. So, those are your drivers. So, we are pretty pumped for this season begin now. There are some tricky corners across this circuit. People will need to watch out for Sector 1. Now, Sector 1 is going up the hill. It is the slowest sector on the track because the braking zones are really difficult, and it contains 2 slow speed corners as well. And I'm just going to see who could be on the lap that we could follow. To be honest, they can go out for as long as they want in this practice session, in the qualifying, but when it gets to 7 o'clock, practice will finish and the race will begin. So that is how it goes, and then it'll be a 50% race, a 40 minutes race, just like the normal F1 leagues on this channel. Now, Ricky Morris has improved quite a bit actually. He's improved by 2/10 in that sector, so he's looking quite fast already. And I've just figured out what livery it is. It's actually a GoPro livery, which I quite like. It's pretty cool. Going through the long tunnel, well, there are some similarities from the Seaside circuit to the Garden circuit, to be honest. There's quite a few similarities, actually. But there is quite a few differences as well. So I may point that out at some point, but I don't know. I will have a look at it at some point, but yeah. So let us know in the comments who you're rooting for. We have a few people rooting for the CPI team. Milo's in the chat. Hello. As Rinky has spun into the wall again. Now, what is Ben Gallagher looking like in the Delphine livery? He is 91 thousandths quicker. Well, he's 9/10 slower than Paul at the moment. And should be interesting to see if he can improve. Obviously, it's a brand new season. We haven't seen what the drivers are like. I've never seen what, because most of these drivers, they've never raced in ILRGT before. So we don't know what they're like. And obviously, since we didn't broadcast last season, they might have changed. They might have improved a little bit. They might have even been in Tier 1 last season. We never know. But it is quite a new atmosphere for these drivers. Now, let me know if the sound is okay, guys, because if it isn't, I will adjust it accordingly. I don't think there's any problems, so we should be good. Oh, Super Guy NL has gone 4 quickest at the moment he's improved by 2/10, so that's pretty impressive. So the CPI boys really giving it all they got. Super Guy NL, I think he could challenge Blizzard maybe, or possibly get a CPI challenge, you know. It'll be pretty good. Let's go on board with him now, actually, as he's going on another lap across the tunnel. I still haven't seen one, and you can actually hear the sound of these lovely cars, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing to see. And he's going into the pits now. Typical, he's going into the pits. So I won't be doing that. And I guess he's going to go out again, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not entirely sure. As in qualifying, you can basically just do a pit stop and go out again. So now it's improved as well by 2/10. His first sector wasn't looking good here, but I'm guessing he's on an in lap and he's going to go into the pits right now, I think. I think that's what he's up to. So I think that's what... And the host just said we've got 5 minutes until the race begins. So they've got 5 minutes to really give it all they got, really. There's not been much change at the top so far. Not at all, really. So really, it's just it at the moment. So Janelle doing quite well at the moment. Quite a few people doing well. Oh, it's speed. Knight also his speed's got. I think this is the corner where a lot of people can get caught out tonight as well. Archie in 11th as well. We haven't seen much of him as well. That's what I was trying to call out as well. He's doing quite well. Yeah, he hasn't set a lap time. Neither has Bazza. So, and I do believe Speed Y Racer and MK Bourne is still yet to set a lap time as well. So we will keep an eye on them as well. And don't forget, we do have Tier 1 going on at the exact same time as us. So if you want to find out what those drivers are up to, check it out at the same time. Go for it. As the usual commentator for Tier 1 can't make that either, but our ILR3 commentator, Hugo, is stepping in for him tonight. So that is good for him. So check that out as well. If you can have both streams on simultaneously, that would be great. About 3 more minutes left of qualifying to go then. This man here, Blizzard, is still on pole, course for pole. Now we've got so many rounds coming up. We've got, I think, 10 rounds this season. And I will be keeping an eye on these good drivers pretty much all season, both tiers in fact, just in case I need to feel for them again. Now Blizzard is on his outlet right now, so he is going to probably set one more lap, I think. How about Scott? Now Scott's got, Scott has stationed himself there. I'm guessing he's trying to set up the lobby ready for the race, I'm guessing, so I won't do that. Who could I have a look? Yeah, I'm right. So the final has begun then. So Blizzard is starting on pole position with Schumacher in P2. Now, this should be a good race as most of these guys have qualified on the super soft tyres. Now, the tyres are pretty much the same as normal F1 with super softs. I'm not sure there's going to be a formation lap, I'm not entirely sure. Here we go, we've got Blizzard, so here is your grid for the race, as I do believe we've got 2 people not saying a lap time, so not good for that. So we're about to get underway then for this 30 lap session, as I do believe it's formation lap, unless I'm wrong. Or it might have been a delayed start, but Blizzard already starting to get the jump already into turn 1, already pulling a very good lead. Renegade into P2 already. Absolutely great stuff from him. So I didn't know there was a formation lap or not. Already some ground has been made already for the first couple of corners. Really uphill incline coming up. So very important for these guys to get right. Ryracer also getting some ground as well. Up into 5th. We've got Archie trying to make a move past Pete down there. So let's just see what happens here. Going downhill on the downhill straight. Is he going to trial as Pete tries to cover him off there into that twisty little section, but he is pulling away. So really good defensive driving from Pete, as Rinky Morris now is going to try and overtake Archie there, as I think he does. Yes, he does. He gets past him. What a move, and he made that stick quite well. So up into 8th place. Now, Scott in P2. And he's got Renegade behind him as well. He's about 8/10 adrift going through that tunnel. So already some places gained. I don't think I can't be able to see places gained. But look at this. Ben Gallagher and Speed Rise Racer going side by side, going in to the pit straight. Ben Gallagher's got to be careful, because otherwise he's going to lose some serious ground up here as well. So hopefully he won't lose that, as he's going to try and make a run around the outside again. Right, go comes off. Going through the uphill section once again then. You can already see the front of the field already starting to pull away, so you can already, see some ground coming up here as well. Now, I don't know what has happened to the CPI boys. They've dropped down massively. Ollie in 8th, CPI Schumacher has actually dropped down to 9th. So he's got some catching up to do, as he just got past Pete. There he goes. He's back up into 8th place, and now he's going to challenge for 7th place. Now MK Bourne doing a very good job in the ILRT car, up into 9th place. But is Schumacher going to try and look for another lunge? Maybe maybe he might, you know, maybe he might show it, but you never know. You never know with this situation what is going to happen here, as we've got Blizzard setting one of the fastest laps of the Grand Prix. Incredible stuff from him as he's trying his best to work incredibly hard, and he seems to be doing that, so good job for him. As Ollie's dropped position again, MK Bourne goes past him around the inside there as he's dropped into position there. And look at Super Guy now as well, he's in 11th. I'm just trying to see who else is there as well. Archie having a little bit of a trouble race at the moment, down in 13th. Bazza's staying where he is at the moment, but Bazza is all over the back of him though, so I wonder what's going to happen here with Bazza as we go through this tight set of corners, tight set of chicanes as well. So it's just very, very intriguing as they go downhill. Really important that you get it full throttle here as you go towards these tight set. This is the S section here, as you can see right there, and it's important to keep these cars are really, really fast. But right now, let's jump back to the midfielders. Rye Race is still pulling a good gap between himself and Ben Gallagher. Already Blizz is quite flying at the moment, so we're not going well with him. But CPI Schumacher has gained another position off Ricky Morris. The comeback is coming. The comeback king is coming. He is back up into 6th. He really wants to run a damage limitation-free race, and that is what he is trying to do, and he is recovering from that mistake. He's wanting to get that positive mindset. He made a mistake early on at the beginning of the Grand Prix, but that's not going to let him phase him. That is going to let him carry on as well. So we'll just have to wait and see as we go on halfway through the race. As 30 laps, anything can happen. It's, you know, it's not over yet until checker flag falls, so we'll just have to find out what happens there. Now, how is Ricky Morris doing? He's all right. He is trying to close onto Schumacher, but he's not quite there at the moment, as the gaps are starting to tumble a little bit. So do watch out, as we do have a battle looming, as Ben Gallagher's almost gone wide a little bit, as Ben Gallagher goes on the inside, as B Riders to try and get the move around the outside and go side by side again. It is a street circuit, kind of reminds me of Russia. So if you get it wrong, then it can definitely cost you. And it definitely didn't trouble Ben Gallagher, as looks like Rye Racer is in trouble again, as Schumacher tries to get that move done on Rye Racer now. He's about 99 thousandths behind him. Going through turn 1 now, you can see a lovely, glorious view of the mountain, as we do have Ricky Morris as well, trying to get the move around the outside. Let's see if he can do it. He almost had a late move there, but he had to stay put at the moment, as Schumacher, I think, is going to be forced to attack and defend pretty much now, as Rye Racer is still on the charge for more positions. Meanwhile, Ollie still on the back of Ricky Morris. I think Ricky Morris went past him, but Ollie is going to look for a chance for another. He is wearing, I think, a Senna-style helmet by the look of things, which I think is good. It's a very nice tribute to a very good driver. And it is usually the case for most races. We usually see most of the battle on the midfield. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to win the race. Who do you think you want to win the race as well? Blizzard is currently setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. We're on lap 5. Now P4, Ben Gallagher, made still ahead of Rye Racer in 4th. Renegade, let's see how far Renegade is. He is around about 5. He's around about closing up to about, he's not that far behind Scott, but the top two are already pulling away. Scott, I think, so Renegade's 3 seconds. I'm still trying to get used to the timings, because to be honest, I haven't played GT Sport in a long time, so still trying to get used to it. Let's see if Ben Gallagher tries to make the move again on Rye Racer. Rye Racer, I think, gets the jump and gains position, I think. on Ben Gallagher. So nicely done from him. Ben almost having a look around the outside but couldn't do it. Now he goes to the inside as Ryan Race is forced to go a bit wide there. So let's see what happens when they go through the really downhill section round the outside once again. There's almost a bit of touching wheels at the moment, but looks like they're okay. As the brake just for the 100-meter board, there we go. I wonder, to be honest, because I didn't ask the drivers before the race, I wonder how the Super Softs are going to last throughout this race. We'll just have to wait and see as Ben Gallagher is catching. He is catching as Y-Race has dropped off the mark. It won't be that long before Ricky Morris does his point as Scott is going into the pits then. He is going on to, I'm just going to see what tyre he's going on. Now don't forget, in Super Formula, you do get some fuel as well. So it's not like Formula 1, you don't just get tyres, you also get tyres and fuel. He just decided to go for both, and he's on the soft compound tyres. So I wonder if he's going for a 1-stop or 2-stop. We'll have to wait and see as he goes to the end. As MK Bourne is going to try and have a look then. As obviously, I think Scott's the only person that has pitted so far, but how is MK Bourne going to go? How is he going to pull the pressure? Now, I know Super Soft tyres starting to die because I think Scott could pull away. Now, Janelle's still in 9th, 3 seconds behind Super Gaia now. And Schumacher is looking very intensely. Oh, he's gone wide a little bit there. That's put a little less pressure on Ollie. Ollie is now up into 6th already of this race. So good start. So I'm actually really impressed with these drivers so far. Not many of these people make mistakes so far this race. If they have to make mistakes, they make it through qualifying. And what a move from Schumacher there as he gets it job done. And Schumacher dives it into the pits as well. Here he goes, as I think another, as Ben Gallagher interestingly goes on to set the medium tyres. So looks like Scott will be going for the 2-stop, as Ben Gallagher really wants to play the safe card and he wants to try and get to the end of the race, which is doable actually. And I think it looks like Schumacher, yeah, he might be going for another set of Super Softs. I don't know. Or it might be mediums, I don't know. Yes! Another set of the Super Soft tyres. Quite a lot of people are going into the pits then already. Because of that, yeah, you can see the, Y-Race had a little bit of a spin there. So you can see the Super Soft tyres are starting to die, so these guys have got to pits. The ones that have come into the pits now, they've really gained an advantage here as Blizzard goes into the pits now then as well. It's very crucial that he keeps his pit stop right, but he's got a comfortable gap in front, so I'm sure he's going to stay ahead anyway. So he's being fueled as well. Where is Ricky Morris on the track? He's going towards the start-finish straight. He goes into the pits as well. What about Ollie? Does he dive into the pits? No, he stays out. My race, I do believe it's staying out as well. Nope, he is going into the pits as well. So very intriguing strategies. I think Ollie might be on a different strategy compared to these guys. As yes, Blizzard comes ahead of his rivals already. Just goes to show how fast he really is. And I think he's on the mediums as well, I think. Yes, it looks like it. Looks like he's on the mediums. So it will definitely go to the end of this race. So 118.9 from him. He's got faster, which is absolutely insane. Literally, what game is he not fast on? I mean, seriously. He's absolutely amazing. He puts pressure on everyone. He's definitely going to be a force in the championship, so do watch out for him. As let's see what close battle, if we have any close battles. As Ben Gallagher's dropped away from Schumacher. Schumacher, yeah, you can tell Ben is struggling on those tyres. He's going off the circuit quite massively there. So the ones who haven't decided to pit, you can probably tell they've made a bit of a gamble. Whereas the ones that have decided to pit haven't. Well, I don't know if the bottom lot have because I haven't been following them this whole race, so I haven't been given a good idea on how it's going to work, but we'll just have to wait and see. Massive shout out to all 5 of you that are watching the stream so far. Hope you're all doing good, as MK Bourne has just gone past Archie. There he goes. As Badders not that far behind Rye Racer as well. So Rye Racer in 10th place on the road. He is on, I think, the 7 mediums as well. He is pitted already, and he is going into the pits soon. Well, he's gone into the pits, I believe, as well. And Janelle is in the pits as well. I do believe he might go on for 7 mediums as well. As look at this, Archie's trying to make me around the outside, couldn't quite do it. As MK Bourne gets a switch back, but Super Guy NL goes into the pits anyway. As Pete is right down at the bottom at the moment in at P14, and he's spun again. And, oh, I believe he's out the race. Yes, he's out the race. So, our first retirement of the race is Knighton and not Kingston. Knighton. I'm turning into an O in here. So, Pete is out. I don't want to turn into an O by calling him in by mistake. I really do apologise. But it's force of habit because I've been watching the ILR 7 streams back, and that's what Owen keeps calling him. So yeah, as Bazza comes out, pretty much everyone has gone into the pit. I do believe quite a lot of the bottom half have been lapped already. So that just goes to show how fast the top guys are showing their mettle here on this circuit. Schumacher 2.7 seconds behind Rinky Morris. So, and he's gaining quite a bit actually. We'll just have to wait and see. Ollie getting a good pit stop in P6 as he's doing quite well. He's on another set of the supers, so he will probably have to go for a 2-stop as well. But I don't think he probably doesn't know his tyres are going to last or not. I don't know, but I pray to God that Ollie doesn't get a puncher, because otherwise it's going to affect very deeply on his driving. So just watch out for him as soon as possible. Now, it's a shame really I can't see what other battles we've got, but we've got the track map. And we've got Rye Racer in 8th, so I think the main battle, I think, is between 3rd and 4th. So let's just jump on board with them as, actually no, 7th and 8th actually is proving to be interesting as we've got Ben Gallagher and Ollie as well trying to do all they can right now as all they can, or he might have been lapped as well. To be honest, I can't tell who has been lapped and who has been not. But we're almost halfway into this Grand Prix. Blizzard's still leading. Scott in P2 to him, making another good pit stop. I will also let you know at the end of this race what the other tracks are for this season, just to get you a little bit of an idea of what we could expect to see the drivers race on this season. Now let's watch what other battles potentially we could face. I'm just trying to jump to someone right now potentially, as we've got Archie right behind MK Bourne. He's going to try and make a lunge for a move then, as Archie, I think MK Bourne pitted earlier than Archie, so Archie's got fresher rubber on him by the looks of things. I might be wrong. He's going through the very tricky downhill section. He's careful not to spin here. Going through sector 2 and 3 as Archie's trying to have a look around the outside, but MK Bourne covers him off quite well actually. He's quite defensive, but he knows where to look actually. He's looking in his mirrors as Archie challenges to move around the outside then. He does it and gets it done. So there we go. MK Bourne has dropped position. Oh, that was close from Archie as he almost hit to the back of MK Bourne there, but thank goodness he didn't. He stayed exactly where he is, but that means MK Bourne is going to have a little bit more grip. So here comes MK Bourne side by side as he almost goes past. We'll just have to wait and see. Going towards the start finish straight then. We're still on lap 12. MK Bourne 1.5 seconds behind. Gonna make a move around the outside. Let's see if he does it. This time he does. The number trial car does it, but look at Archie though. He is hungry. He's like, no, I'm not having that position that easily, and that is what he's trying to do right now. He's trying to use his momentum. He's trying to gain quite a bit here, and that is what he's doing as he's still on the back of him. As you can see, MK Bourne has got some clear air in front of him, but you can see the back of his mirrors as well. He's going to be feeling something coming up as well. And looking at this view, you can see the amount of speed that these cars get. It, to be honest, is absolutely amazing as Arch makes me around the outside and he gets P10. Nicely done there from him. I wonder if the midfield battle is saying it's always I've seen someone gone a bit wide. I do believe there was a lapped car, I believe. I do believe it was a lapped car. As Schumacher, it was trying to avoid that in 5th place. So it looks like everyone has been lapped then except the top 5. So already it is kind of a mixed tier. Like the top tier is quite fast people. There are some people that may have not raced in GT Sport for a long time or ILRGT before, so they may have raced a little bit for recreational purposes. I've said that word wrong, I don't care, but you know, it is quite intense. So you can see on the track map on the right hand side of your screen that we can see cars close by, but not necessarily ones you might expect. They could be on to lap someone, so we'll have to wait and see. But we got one potentially brewing soon as well, with Ricky Morris trying to close up to a Renegade. Renegade's still in P4 trying to hold on to P3. You can already see Scott and Blizzard on the track map are absolutely flying on this circuit. They've got, to be honest, they've got their setup absolutely right. They've got it committed, and that's what they're doing, and that's really going to help them. Now, I will need to check the championship standings from last season and see what has gone on from last season, who has improved and who has not. But again, it's showing the early doors already. Then it's Ricky Morris. It's about 9 tenths now. He is gaining, going around that downhill section. Then he gain a lot of speed on the corners? Look like he is. And he approaches that exit very well, actually. He does that very nicely indeed. As Rinky is going to do all he can here to try and gain momentum. Yeah, he is. He's gained a bit more. He's about 8 tenths behind Renegade. So he could potentially go for a potential move really, really soon. So do watch out for him. We're pretty much halfway in this Grand Prix so far. Ricky Morris with a 120 then. So already then, he is doing very well indeed. It is nice to see them do well and show their true colours. As Morris is going to, he's gaining for it, he's going for it. He's going to try and make a move around the outside then. No, he's not, he thinks better of it. Potential move for overtaking coming up soon as, oh, that was close again. Ricky Morris had to switch back and he gets the move on him. No penalties, I think, given so far in this race, so that is good to see. Score about 9 seconds down the road from Ricky Morris. So it is a fight for the final podium position. They've got 15 laps to do it. Who do you think will get the final podium positions? If you just joined us, hello, welcome to IndyILR Racing. This is ILRGT, and we are the second tier. And And if you are liking the stream so far, don't forget to leave a little like button and subscribe. Risky Racer in the chat, wanting Row Racer or Pete to get into podium positions. Now, they're right down the bottom at the moment, actually. Let's just see what the bottom lot are doing at the moment, as Row Racer, I think, is about to be blue flagged again from the CPI, one of the CPI guys, I think. Or it might be... Actually, no, it's 4th position. It's 4th position then, as Super Guy NL for the last point then. I believe, as he goes around the inside Super Guy now, and he takes, and he tries to gain from him, as we can already see positions changing left, right, and centre. And he looks, to be honest, Super Guy now looks so committed in that move. And there we have it then, in 10th place then. I will get the thread up at some point, because it does tell me what points people get per race as well, so I will have a check. As my race almost had another look again, but couldn't quite do it. Yep, so it is the same as the FIA point system, so I was right. So it is about for the last point. Thank God I got that right, because otherwise I would have made an absolute fool of myself and nobody would live it down. So look at this then. We've got Renegade. He's dropped it. He's in 7th. So he had a battle then with Rinky, and then he just dropped it. Or he might have gone into the pits again then, he might have. Not entirely sure, but yeah, he's dropped it a little bit there. So, yeah, he is struggling. So, if I'm not that surprised, I think he may have to go into the pits again if his tyres can't do the distance. Actually doing well in P9, he's gained quite a bit of ground already. So he's going to get some good solid points for his first race, which will be good stuff from him. The car right in front of him is, I think it is Janelle. Yes, it is. So if he can gain, then it could be possible. As Schumacher, as luck would have it, I thought he was going to go for the 2-stop, and he is going for the 2-stop. He's going for his final pit stop. And interestingly enough, I was wondering, I think they put in more fuel than normal then, as he is, let's just see where he comes out and what tyres. I think it is the Supers, so that is going to, they've got 10 laps to do it. Can he do it? We'll have to wait and see now. Where is Racer? Racer's gained again on Super Guy now, but looks like Super Guy now looks like it's on another challenge then. As Speed Racer tries to cover him off, but doesn't quite do it. By the way, so you can hear keyboard noise in the background if you can hear it. I am experimenting with the keyboard functions, but I still haven't quite experimented with all the key features, but we'll have to wait and see anyway. As Super Guy now is in 10th now, so he's gained a position on Speed Racer. Scott and Ricky Morris also confirming what I thought earlier. They're also going for the 2-stop. Will a majority of other people go for the 2-stop and go to the end? It is not like Formula 1. It is harder to do a 1-stop, as Super Guy now looking for another look around the inside, as he's having trouble with blue flagged cars as well. So he's definitely going to be under pressure there. So he will have to ease off a little bit, because otherwise penalties will be given. As here we go, Super Guy now. I think it is actually I think it's Renegade, I think, who has lapped him. So yeah, he had to force anyway. And I think Super Guy now goes into the pits. No, he doesn't. He's trying to unlap himself. Look at him. I think it's very important to not always contact again. Like could bring MK Bourne back in the picture. MK Bourne is looking to capitalise on any one of those mistakes, and looks like he is going to right now. Yes, he does. Almost. Oh, no, he's slowing down a bit. He's been forced to make way to Blizzard and Scott. But interestingly enough, Ben Gallagher in P2. Where is Scott? Scott was about 6/10 down. And nope, I think Scott did pit. That's probably why. My bad. I was wondering, why was Ben Gallagher in P2? Because Ben Gallagher hasn't pitted yet. So, for his next stop. So, he will be pitting soon then. Look at the gap between him and Blizzard. 43 seconds. He is so dominant. I know I'm saying how dominant he is, but he is. We haven't been following Blizzard so much this race. I do apologise, but to be honest, we really want to see as much battles as possible. As MK Bourne up into 8th then. He's gone past Super Sky now and Speed Rye Racer, as we've seen. And he could catch up to Ollie as well. So already you'll be on good for a good points finish, which will be good for the ILRT team. That 21 then of 30. Let's go for your running order. Blizzard still leads as someone's gone wide. Who was that? I don't know who that was, but that was one of the IM Brew cars, but I can't remember who it was. Let me just check. I couldn't quite see who that was there, so I do apologise. Again, another sign of the tyres starting to struggle, so. And just let us know in the chat, has any of you first time on the ILR channel watched a GT? Have any of you watched GT before? Oh, Ben Gallagher is in the pits. He was on a set of the medium tyres then. Maybe he wants to push onto those super soft tyres to the end to try and gain position. He hasn't lost much from his usual position, so maybe he could. He's around about 2 seconds behind Ollie. Blizzard goes into the pits then. Knowing him, he'll probably go ahead of Scott anyway, so he doesn't need to worry about a thing, Blizzard, so he is absolutely fine. So we'll keep an eye out on Ben Gallagher in the next couple of laps. But look at this. Archie, I think, getting lapped as well. No, actually, no, it's for position again. Archie and Janelle then. Archie's 3/10 behind Janelle. Not Janelle, Janelle. I will learn to get these names right. I will learn. Eventually. As they go through the downhill section then. Just to point out, the descent down the hillside, only minor inclines, it is very high speed. They'll have to take a quick right and enter in the chicane, and there's a series of right-left corners coming up as well, the little right one coming up here. A very tight little S section. He is gaining ground at the moment, so he could gain ground on that start-finish straight as well now. Or as he's gone into the wall there, so look, yeah, it looks like he has lost a little bit of time there. That will ease off a little bit from Janelle, I think. But Archie doing quite well. Going towards the start finish straight then. Let's see if he could try and make a lunge then into turn 1. Maybe not, as Janelle covers off the outside. Archie may be forced to go on the inside as he tries to, but Janelle closes the door on him pretty much. Any points count here in ILRGT, and they want to gain as much points as possible. They only got 10 rounds to do it. So we'll keep an eye on those drivers as they can, as lovely striped helmet. And Archie's gaining again and again. This time he's going to take the outside. Let's see if he can do it. This time he does, but can Janelle get the switchback? No, he does not. So Janelle is down in 9th place then. That leaves Archie. And it looks like Janot is trying to challenge again around the inside maybe. But Archie is forced to cover him off. So to be honest, this is very good racing from the drivers here. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now Janelle's going to try and look again. Or is he going to the pits? I don't know. No, he goes around the inside of him and he gets it done very cleanly actually. Yep, just to remind you, this is tier 2. And I've never seen Blizzard in a second tier for a while. As Super Guy NL has left the session. I don't know what's happened to him. But anyway, as he's in F2, I believe, in other leagues. I'm not going to mention other leagues, but in ILR he's been in the top tier. So, and I think whatever tier he's in, he definitely does impress and make sure that he does well. Let's see what other... I don't think we've got other battles going on, I don't think, potentially, apart from the lapped cars. Where is Rinky on the circuit? He's about 8 tenths behind Scott Schumacher. Oh, he's got Renegade behind them, though. So... and actually, no, he doesn't. Wait a minute. Yeah, he does. So, a battle for 4th, then, between Schumacher and Renegade. The CPI boys will definitely be loving this. They'll be loving this for sheer joy right now as they watch their drivers do well. As Schumacher qualified P2, but he's only dropped 2 positions. He dropped massively at the start, but he's gained quite a bit. So he is definitely one of the contenders for driver of the day. Oh, that was close. That was close. He's got a few more laps to try and gain more positions. My phone is almost dropped there. I didn't want that to happen because, to be honest, that would be an absolute disaster. And we don't really want that to happen, will we? Lap 26 of 30 then. Pretty much I think the top 3 is pretty much, I think, going to stay the same for the whole race, unless it all changes. So I think Schumacher's running the flag on his own for the CPI team. But Renegade is not feeling the pressure. He wants to get that move. Now, bear in mind, these guys, these drivers that are racing tonight, they have chosen their own liveries. Some of them make their own, and to be honest, I'm approving of them. So it is pretty good. Let's see if we could have a battle for the last point. Now, Janot in 9th, Archie in 8th. So Archie got them in again on Janot. Where is MK Bourne? MK Bourne in 10th. Now, he's 12 seconds down the road from Janot, but... oh, there's a yellow flag. What is that yellow flag? Let me just have a quick look. I don't have a clue there. We only got 12 drivers running in this race so far. As Blizzard is about to lap one of the other cars. As Renegade has dropped a little bit from Schumacher, but not quite, so he can possibly do it, but we will have to keep an eye on as much as possible as well. Let us know what your favourite moment has been of the race so far. Put it in the comments. You can also watch Tier 1 back after the end of this race as well, see how their race has gone too. I will almost certainly be doing that. 3 more laps to go then. This is nail-biting stuff here in this second tier. The battle for the last point is turning out to be absolutely crucial. Ollie Flabel, 2.5 seconds down the road from Ben Gallagher. Can he gain the vital seconds that he needs to try and catch up to him? Probably not, because penalties, nobody's gained any penalties, but I feel like they're a bit less strict in GT Sport and they keep it a little bit more clean. For those of you that are new to GT Sport, Dragon Trail actually is a feature-made track just for the Gran Turismo games, so the GT Sport games. So, yeah. Just in case you didn't know that, which I think is pretty cool. To be honest, I've driven this circuit before in GT Sport, and it is tricky, to say the least. It's not my favourite circuit to drive, but a really good circuit to commentate, so. And look at this, I've just noticed Blizzard saying the fastest lap. A 1:17.8, ladies and gentlemen. 1:17.8. Yes, I am reading. I am doing my maths correctly. Crazy stuff. 33 seconds behind Scott. Schumacher 5 seconds behind Rinky. He's gained 2 seconds on that lap. Renegade 1.3 seconds behind. He's got Ben Gallagher 1.3 seconds. He's gaining. Ben Gallagher is gaining. Could Ben Gallagher overtake Renegade on the final few laps? It is doable. It is doable here. Like I said earlier on in the stream, any points count here towards having a successful race. And a few points could make a difference between winning a championship or losing it. And he's got Ben Gallagher right behind him now. Let's go on board with Ben Gallagher actually. As Ben Gallagher goes around the inside, Renegade covers off the outside actually. He's doing all he can to fend him off in this really high-speed corner going downhill. As Ben Gallagher goes to the outside then goes to the inside. Let's see what he does here. Oh, what a move from Ben Gallagher. That was very sick and very cool from the Irishman, and he's now up into P5. He's not going to catch up to Schumacher, unfortunately, but he's done ever so well. Could Renegade challenge him in the final laps? I'm just seeing if there's any other battles we could potentially follow. I don't think so. Not at the moment anyway. We're on the final lap of this race then. As Blizzard has had a trouble-free race throughout most of it. He has kept it calm and controlled. He has taken the lead. He has stayed there pretty much all of it, except when he had to dive it into the pits. But there he goes. Here comes Blizzard then. He comes across the line. He wins the first round of ILRGT2. What a great debut season start for him. Scott has got a few more corners to go coming up soon as well. And it won't be that long before he comes along to take second place, which is a good result for him as well. But let's not concentrate on him. We've got some battles as Ben Gallagher's dropped it. Ben Gallagher has lost it. Didn't see what happened there. But Ollie has gained on him. Renegade has gained on him. So the challenge from Ben Gallagher is not going to materialise, sadly. So Scott comes across the line in P2. And another good performance tonight from Ricky Morris. Ricky Morris comes across the line in P3. Great result for him. Schumacher, he lost a lot of position on the start, but what a good comeback drive for him to gain 4th place. Really good for him. Renegade, good result. P5. Ollie, P6. Awesome job for him. What could it be for Ben Gallagher? Janot in 8th, Archie 9th, MK Bourne 10th, Roy Racer 11th, and Bazza your last finisher. And your non-finishers, Speed Racer now, and Pete. So, well done. You can see the celebration. Look at him. Look at Blizzard. He is delighted in his livery, and it's really going to help him to do absolutely well. I'm trying to see if I can type a message, but it won't let me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching ILRGT. It's been great. It's been great to commentate this evening. Evil Dragon will be back next week. Hopefully his internet will be sorted. Otherwise, he'll be stuck in Narnia for a little bit longer, which I really hope he doesn't. But thanks for putting up with me. You'll have your usual commentators next week. And who knows, you may see me commentating again for this series if any of the commentators are not around, so do watch out. But I do believe the next round, let me just check. The next round, next week, is the Autopolis International Racing Course. Now, I've never heard of that circuit in my life, so it'll be interesting. 27 laps of fun. And I know a lot of these drivers know that quite well, so it should be great to watch. And we've also got the Red Bull Ring in Austria in 2 weeks. Then we got Nürburgring. Then we got Fiji. Then we got a week break after that. We got the Kyoto driving part. Then we got Spain, the Catalonia circuit. Then we got Monza, looking forward to that. To the Suzuka circuit. And then Autodromo de Interlagos for the final race. So, thanks so much for watching. For ILRGT, we'll see you next week. But we've got other ILR streams happening tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday. So make sure you keep an eye on that for ILR F1 streams for that. So until next week, I'm Just Games 95. Have a good evening. Safe travels. And we will see these drivers same time, same place next week at 7:15 then here on the ILR channel. Do not miss it. It should be a good race. Good night.